welcome to SveNFL.
What's up, y'all?
It's Jonathan Rollins.
And Schif Mizora.
And we're two Americans living in Sweden talking about football. Yeah, man. It's looking like week 10 is upon us. We're ready to make some predictions. It's our prediction episode. And we'll go through some updates. The trade deadline has passed. Normally it's an uneventful thing, but this year seems to be pretty active. The NFL is acting like the NBA and the NHL a little bit with this.
Yeah, man. They said it was the third most trades on deadline day in since the 90s, I think.
Oh, I'm shit. Not sure. Since Jerry Jones came into the picture.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a trade.
Maybe it was actually. Maybe it was like since that Herschel Walker trade.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a trade.
Yeah,
I want the whole offensive line. Yeah, man. What happened, man? I'm a little bummed. My team is just getting fucking ripped apart. So
okay.
Give it to me straight.
I structured this in a way where I think it's more important to like kind of let's start with the most interesting storylines and then work our way.
All right.
Through the rest of it.
Deshaun Watson. Oh, sorry.
No, the Jets were the main character of the trade deadline. Let's be clear. And that's not to say that they were the smartest team, but they turned out to be the main character. They completely gutted their defensive roster. There's a number of
the best
things.
part of the team? I guess that's what you do when you need some assets.
Well, I think it's one of those things where you have to sort of realize that, the old cliche that defenses win championships leaves out a really important part of that equation, which is that you also have to have a functional offense. You know what I mean? It's like that's the part that's usually implied. Like, you know what I mean? Like you won because your offense is good and your defense is great, right? But the Jets have not had a functional offense in quite some time. And as we walk through this, I think you'll start to see the strategy that they're hoping will work for them. So the first big one, obviously, was Sauce Gardner goes to the Colts.
Damn.
Which nobody – that wasn't really – that was on no one's radar.
That's wild.
And in exchange for Sauce Gardner, the Jets landed multiple first-round picks, one next year and one in 2027. Plus, they got my man, former Bulldog, A.D. Mitchell, wide receiver.
I don't know if he deserves it.
You know what? I agree with you because as much as I really appreciate that just absolutely ludicrous touchdown catch he made when we beat Alabama in the national championship. This motherfucker just left us and like chased that NIL money and went to Texas the next year. And then we won a championship without him. So it's like, I feel like
that guy.
He chased the money and I'm like, bro, you should have stayed. Like,
should have stayed, man.
Anyway,
should have fucking stayed.
Colts getting Sauce Gardner is kind of a big deal.
Yes. Lou Anarumo getting Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Don't forget that dude, man. We've been singing his praises for years. He had an off year last year, which seems to be more on the coach than him. And the front office, getting
and the
him
roster.
Some talent. Yeah, exactly.
I mean? So, I mean, people can criticize this trade from a lot of different perspectives. One, Sauce Gardner hadn't played that great in the last year and a half. But you could also say that maybe he's sort of checked out. He got tired of the Jets. He was tired of this bullshit. He probably wanted to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And now he's going to land on a team that has, that's in win now mode, essentially.
Yeah.
I will say I think the Colts probably overpaid for him. 2 first-round picks is kind of rich for a cornerback. I don't give a fuck how good you are.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It seems like win-win, maybe.
Could
they
be.
Paid a little bit too much, and then the Jets gave up kind of the heart of the defense almost, besides Quinn and Mitchell.
So the other part of this that I think is really important to point out is that 2026 and 2027, those are the first round picks. What that tells me, as far as the Jets are concerned, is that they're probably going to wait to pick their quarterback until 2027 would be my guess, because the 2027 draft class is considered loaded with talent, not just with quarterbacks, but also, I forget his name, but they've got this like crazy hotshot receiver out of Ohio State who's going to be part of that draft class, as well as this 2027 is going to be the Arch Manning draft, Dylan Raiola, DJ Lagway. There's a bunch of dudes who are thought to be like, that draft class is supposed to be stacked.
Yeah. And this one is defensively stacked, they're saying.
Correct, yeah. And the other big move that the Jets made is they traded Quinnen Williams, defensive lineman, to the Cowboys.
That's the heart of the defense.
Yeah, to the Cowboys for another 2027 first-round pick, as well as a 2026 second-rounder. So essentially what this means is that in 2026, the Jets have their first-round pick,
which will be high,
plus 2 other first-round picks.
Okay.
And in 2027, plus an extra second-round pick next year as well. And in 2027, they're going to have their first-round pick as well as this other first-round pick that they got from the Colts. So they're basically stacking up on draft capital, hoping that they just gutted the team and now they're just going to rebuild it. Yeah. And the only sort of concern that you would have, obviously, as a Jets fan, is that draft capital does not mean that much to you as a fan when you know that you root for a team that has a completely dysfunctional front office.
Exactly.
So you still have to make the picks. And you still have to pick the right guys. Now,
and it's going to be that family still making the pick, right? The Johnson family, right?
Correct. So this is really kind of this is a TBD kind of thing. We don't know how this is going to turn out.
I just hope for the worst.
Sure, absolutely. You'll probably get it. As long as we're here,
you'll probably get it.
As long as we're here with the Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys, we'll stick with the Cowboys. We can also mention that they picked up Logan Wilson, linebacker from the Bengals, for a 7th-round pick. The funniest version of this story is if the Cowboys had just only gotten Logan Wilson and not Quinnen Williams, because it's like it would have been really funny if like Jerry's like talking up like, oh, we got to trade, because he announced on Monday Night Football that they already had a trade in play. He teased it.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching that broadcast.
And the first trade that went through was this Logan Wilson trade, and that would have been hilarious if that was like all they did was get a decent linebacker from the worst defense in football. Like,
I am smart. Marty.
What this does for the Cowboys now is kind of, I mean, honestly, this is just a desperation move for the Cowboys because the Micah Parsons trade is not aging well for them.
Not at all. Distractions.
But I will say this: even, you know, we say this all the time. There are a lot of teams, especially teams that have really good offense. If you have a good offense, you just need your defense to be just a little bit better. They don't have to be fucking lockdown best defense in the league. Like the Bengals are under that umbrella as well. Yeah. It's like, if you could just hold people to 28 points instead of 48 points, you would win football games.
Even with Joe Flacco. It's like,
exactly.
How is this happening?
The other main character of the trade deadline is a very familiar main character. Howie Roseman, Philadelphia Eagles, made a bunch of moves, as they always do. They picked up your guy, Jalen Phillips, from the Dolphins in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick.
He also went to the...
That's correct. They also picked up cornerback Jair Alexander from the Ravens for a 2027 7th-round pick.
Yeah.
Damn. They got
didn't even spend much.
Well, the thing with Jair Alexander is he's had a lot of injury issues. He hasn't been on the field that much. But the thing is that the Eagles can afford to take this risk because they have so many other good players that if the Jair Alexander thing doesn't really work out, it's not going to kill them. They also got a little more help in the secondary. They got Michael Carter, also from the Jets, Michael Carter II, I think his name is, for 7th rounder. To me, the big story here at this part of the conversation is really kind of connected to your Dolphins. I sort of thought they were going to yard sale this thing like the Jets did.
Yeah, same.
Especially after they fired the GM. There were all these rumors that Waddle was could be on the move.
And Waddle made a statement too that he ain't here for a rebuild. He's like
Bradley Chubb.
Yep, Chubb.
That kind of stuff. Now, if you want to be kind of optimistic,
didn't Minka go? They got rid of Fitzpatrick, right? I know.
Yeah. If you want to look at this like in a slightly more optimistic way, I read an article where Stephen Ross essentially met with the remaining the people who are still there
in the front office.
In the front office, as well as like he apparently he spoke to some other potential GM candidates who took a look at the Dolphins and said, "Hey, this could be a quick turnaround here."
I would think so too. I think they got. I mean, because if you do a fire sale, I mean, A-Chan will be worth a lot. You know what I'm saying? And Minka Fitzpatrick, you got the some defensive players and the Waddle, of course. They could probably get a lot, but then you're starting over. They have the core of a young core that could work.
Absolutely, and if you consider the fact that they decided not to fire the coach, it does kind of give you every indication that that's at least how they're looking at this rebuild, that it's going to be a quick turn. That the goal is, let's see if we can do a quick turnaround. You know what I mean?
It's possible. I think if you get the right, I would say you still get rid of the coach.
Sure.
Or get a GM that, or if the GM that comes in really likes the coach, then you go from there. Yeah. But maybe that must mean they don't want to keep the interim GM on afterwards. But he's been around the league a few places himself, so maybe he's got some insight or whatever.
This to me kind of makes the Dolphins one of the more intriguing offseason teams.
Yeah, they just got to nail. They never nail the thing they need to nail. They had their coach and they had a chance at a quarterback. They took a shot at the quarterback. Then everybody bumped heads and they picked the wrong side in the end, in my opinion. If you keep missing that one very important detail, it's not going to work, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Moving right along, the Chargers got some offensive line help trading with the Saints for Trevor Penning, former first rounder.
What? Trevor?
Yeah. With Joe Alt done for the year, as it appears, it felt like they had to do something. Yeah. So that was just smart bit of business on their part. Yeah. Personally, my favorite trade of the day was the Seahawks landing a field-stretching wide receiver in the form of Rashid Shaheed from the Saints for a 5th rounder. Now,
watch out for these guys.
Because the Seahawks, you got to remember, their offensive coordinator is Clint Kubiak. He was the Saints offensive coordinator last year. Yep. He loves Shaheed and knows exactly how to use him. Yeah. And people don't talk about this very much because the Seahawks are way out west and we don't really think about them very often. But Jackson Smith and Jigba is on pace currently for a 2,000-yard season. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, he balling.
Forcing the defense to think about another dude like Shaheed so that you can't afford to overcommit to JSN. This is exactly what they need. Yeah. Seahawks are, I think, I'd almost be willing to put like some kind of
something. We can do a little something.
At the very least, like making it to the NFC Championship game. Like I think, or just like, what are the odds that they win the Super Bowl? I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, Jags. Jags are making moves.
Yeah.
Jags are making moves. They picked up Jacoby Myers from the Raiders.
Good move, man. Damn,
Raiders, I think it's a smart move. He's an underrated wide receiver.
Yeah, he was all they had too in Oakland or wherever they're at.
Yeah,
Vegas.
I agree with you. I still feel like
They're Oakland.
they still feel like Oakland to me. Myers has been trying to force his way out of Vegas for the majority of the year, mostly because he felt like he deserved to get paid like a number one wide receiver because he was their number one wide receiver. Very reliable.
They're like, yeah, but we're bad at receiver.
Right. They're like, but we have Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
And at the moment, he represents a huge need for the Jags, which is the need for a number one
quarterback.
Reliable,
I'm sorry.
reliable pass catching receiver because Brian Thomas has
fell off
a disappointing year. There's been a lot of criticism. At times, it seems like he's reluctant to put himself in harm's way. Travis Hunter has a knee injury. The Jags are suddenly in the mix to win the AFC South. So to me, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if this makes sense or matters at all, but the Raiders, to make up for losing Jacoby Myers, went and grabbed Amari Cooper off the couch.
Okay. That makes sense.
So we'll see how that works.
He's not going to get a hamstring injury next week.
No, of course not. Ravens made a couple of moves. Most significant one, they acquire pass rusher Draymond Jones from the Titans. Ravens need all they can get as their defense continues to improve, actually.
Yeah, man. They're going to make a run.
Smart move to just keep it going. Just keep adding good pieces to it.
They're gonna be pull a Bengals.
Possibly.
Sneak into the playoffs after a slow start.
Yeah, but unlike the Bengals, I think the Ravens have the type of coach that I think could actually pull that off.
Yeah, and front office.
Yeah. There were a handful of other trades that, in my opinion, are not really worth mentioning. But sneaky. Well, keep your finger close to that because I was going to say the sneaky best move in the trade deadline wasn't even a trade. I mean, nobody's talking about the Falcons picking up their third kicker of the season, Zane Gonzalez. Why are we not talking about Zane Gonzalez?
He's got a Mexican name.
Right. He'll be deported before the end of the season.
ICE is going to be waiting there on their way to the Super Bowl.
You know what else is funny? As I read this quote about this, situation with the kickers, it's the kind of thing, it's the quote you never want to, it's never the way you want the quote to begin when you're talking about a kicker. The quote, the well-traveled veteran kicker.
Ooh, journeyman kicker.
Well,
yo, you know how they your NFL soulmate, your AFC soulmate is the Chargers.
Yeah.
And you remember a few years ago when they went through this, man. Yeah. Before they found Dicker, they were really scrubbing around 4 kickers per season, man. So, but in the end, they got one of the best kickers in the league. So maybe that can make you feel better.
The well-traveled veteran kicker has worked out for a handful of teams this season, but not gotten a contract to kick in 2025 until now. Gonzalez kicked for the Commanders in 2024. He was 5 for 7 on field goal attempts.
Oh.
He didn't kick in a regular season game in 2022 or 2023. Before that, he played for the Cardinals, the Browns, and the Panthers.
Oh, shit. Not good.
Yeah. So that's not what you want to hear about your new kicker.
No.
So, as usual, a lot of times the most interesting conversation regarding the trade deadline are the trades that did not happen.
Right. Did you say Minka Fitzpatrick got traded? Did he get traded? I thought they were talking. Maybe they were talking about him. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Good. Because he's a young stud.
So, but wait, didn't he get traded earlier? Did he wind up with the Steelers?
He was with the Steelers before the Dolphins.
But then they traded him back to the Steelers like a month or two ago.
No, they took him back from the Steelers a month or two ago.
Okay, maybe that's where I got it mixed up. I knew that they swapped hands at some point.
Yeah, I don't see him getting traded. Okay.
But as far as players who didn't get traded, we already spoke about Waddle. The other one that a lot of people thought was going to get traded was Breece Hall from the Jets. There was a lot of smoke around him. Your boy Bradley Chubb from the Dolphins. A lot of people thought he was going to be on the move somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe
the Dolphins were asking for high stuff. Like they were like, either give me something good or nothing. With a GM trying to fight for his job, he probably don't want to do a fire sale type of thing.
Yeah,
because he wants to be the GM in the end.
I think that's probably why I would certainly guess that that's why Waddle didn't get traded. Yeah. They were probably asking a lot for Waddle.
Yeah, this guy Champ Kelly is his name, who's bounced around a bit. He's the Dolphins interim GM. If I were him, I wouldn't like gut the team and then be bounced and they could blame all the shit on me anyway. You know what I mean? Be like, nah, we'll get something sensible. If I gut the team, I want to do, because the one thing Chris Greer is known for is fleecing the fuck out of the Texans with the Laramie Tunsil trade. That was the one thing that he did that set the Dolphins up. It should have set them up. Set them up for this current roster.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
For better or for worse, but you don't want to go out like getting fleeced on the way out.
No, for sure. A lot of people thought Cincinnati Bengals Trey Hendrickson was probably going to get traded. There were a bunch of teams that could have used him.
And the Lord Father God didn't. In the name of the blood of Jesus was running through the locker room.
It's not a good time.
The blood of Jesus was in the urinals.
There were a lot of rumors about Mark Andrews being on the trade block.
Really?
Ravens.
Lamar Jackson ain't going for that.
No.
That's
but
crazy.
Considering that the Packers just lost Tucker Kraft for the season.
Really? I didn't know that.
He ACL just this past weekend. So it would not have surprised me at all had the Packers pulled the trigger on something like that. Probably one of the more enticing non-trades that, there were, I don't know how real it is or why this became such a big story. I know why, but there were rumors that the Eagles were going to trade A.J. Brown.
Oh, yeah. Man.
I never really believed that was going to happen. But that doesn't mean that they didn't, entertain offers. You know what I mean?
We need the Beyonce sound. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. for these wide receivers, man.
Yeah. One trade that I knew wasn't going to happen that people were hinting at was Kirk Cousins, going from the Falcons somewhere. As soon as Michael Penix got injured 2 weeks ago and Kirk Cousins had to step in and play, that was the moment that you realized we're stuck with this motherfucker. Ain't nobody going to want that at all.
You like that? You like that?
That was a horrible advertisement for
They're just not going to want that.
What if we got Kirk Cousins at the trade deadline? Maybe that would help. No, I don't think so.
It's my quarterback.
Russell Wilson obviously was rumored to be on the move too because the Giants don't really need him, but I think it's same category as Cousins. Ain't nobody going to want that.
We do not care.
Yeah. There were some thoughts that Chuba Hubbard could have gotten traded from the Panthers. Rico Dowdle appears to have taken over the lead role there.
Yeah, man. One rolled ankle, man. You're gonna need this running back position. Nah, you keep that committee.
And then the two guys who I'm probably the most surprised didn't get traded are both from the Saints, and that would be Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, is Punchable Face? Is he not? He trying to hold on it's his first season. It's almost like Aaron Glenn. It's like it's your first season. Let them gut your team, and then you build it up, man.
I'm sure that they tried.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that they tried.
Yeah, Kamara's he's a big name too. You can't just take a third rounder and then the fans be happy. You know what I mean?
Also, the other problem with Kamara is that you could throw him under the category of Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson in the sense that he's not having a very good year. He does not look like the Alvin Kamara that we remember him as.
Right.
So whatever the offers were, I'm sure it was I bet you they got a bunch of offers, but all they were going to get was like a 7th round pick. You know, for an old ass Alvin Kamara who's not playing the way that he used to, they were not going to get anything good for him. Olave is a real asset. They could have gotten something good for him, but the problem with Olave, he has kind of like Tua an extensive concussion history.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Very extensive concussion history. Like they kind of talk about. I mean, he's been the one guy outside of Tua who a lot of people are like, I can't even, like, when I know the ball is going to him, I can't even look. I'm just so afraid of what's going to happen to him.
Yeah. Because Tua has when he has a concussion, it's just ugly. When his fingers get all bent up and stuff, and just like, that's just, people don't want to see that, man. People don't want that reminder of what football is.
Right.
And then that guy gives you a reminder when he gets a concussion. He's kept his goddamn mouth shut, thankfully. Like, just shut up and play ball, man. I don't want to be the one to talk about politics. I'd rather that. Don't talk about the locker room. Talk about politics. Come out here and tell us how you feel about these off season elections that happened. I'd rather hear that than you tell us about how your leadership is good while you throw your 3 picks.
As far as there's a couple of important kind of news items before we get to the picks.
Okay.
Important things to remember. CJ Stroud has already been ruled out this week with a concussion. Tucker Kraft, as I mentioned earlier, done for the year, ACL. Jane Daniels.
Yeah.
Still not really sure the extent of the damage, and we're also not sure how long he's going to be out.
Yeah, it makes sense. Once I start stretching, you know I'm awkward.
They haven't put him on IR yet.
Oh, good. It's his off arm. If it was his throwing arm, he'd be done, but yeah.
But someone who is headed to IR, which is a little, I don't know, Kyler Murray has now been officially placed on IR due to a foot injury. A lot of people are calling this a soft benching.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett will obviously be their quarterback for the foreseeable future.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Jacoby Brissett. He is a ninja who runs this shit. Yeah. That's kind of it, really.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hear from our friends over at Brisket and Friends and then come back and make some picks. SveNFL is proudly sponsored by Brisket and Friends. Brisket and Friends is the best barbecue in Sweden. Brisket and Friends. Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your grandma. Go there. Get you some good barbecue. Best in Sweden. Now, back to SveNFL. All right, we back. It's time to make some picks, man. In Flip 'em and Pick 'em, Schif is catching up. You narrowed it up big time. You narrowed the lead with I'm only up by 8 now. It's 71-63. Me ahead after an 11-3 performance last week when I don't know football. I don't know ball.
Also, I'm gaining ground in the asterisk department.
You got 1 asterisk out of 2 last week.
It's 5 to
but
3.
so far this season, 5 to 3, yes. And incorrect asterisk, you didn't bring that up. I've had 3 asterisks missed, and you've had 8. So you keep emptying the clip. Keep emptying the clip. You miss every shot you don't take.
A wise man once said, this is Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, man. Let him know, Wayne.
Gotta fucking take shots, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta take shots.
Well, I think some asterisks might be coming this week. So I can't wait to see what goes down. So you're flipping. I'm going to call it in the air.
Yep. You ready?
Yeah, man.
Here we go. Flip.
All right. I'm going to say heads. You going to put an asterisk on that?
No.
All right.
Damn, I should have. It's tails.
Oh, shit. You want to start or you want me to start?
We're going to get real degenerate out here if we're going to start putting asterisks on the coin toss.
Damn, we got to get that added to the spreadsheet. Coin toss asterisk.
See.
It's been so many tails, man. Jeez.
Ooh. Yeesh.
Yeah, man.
Yeesh. I think I'm going to let you start.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go, man. We got the Broncos versus the Raiders. The Broncos are at home. I'm gonna pick the Broncos. The Raiders they're kind of giving up on the season, I think, and they're just not that good. So the Broncos with that defense is gonna be tough. I'm gonna also bet that Geno Smith is gonna throw 2 picks. So yeah, Broncos gonna beat the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend to asterisk that. Okay, part of the reason why I wanted to go second is because I don't like being in this position. I just don't. I don't like being in this position. Yeah. Okay, Falcons are playing the Colts in Berlin. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish I was there. It's dope city.
Yeah.
I would even consider one year just going to the city where the game is happening. Like,
just hang out and watch in a bar.
Like maybe you don't even get a ticket to the game. Like you just go for the vibes.
We could do that. We should do that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it next year. Pick the best game and we just go to that city. See what happens. Maybe we get a scalper. We'll see what happens.
Sure. All that is just, I'm just trying to delay the fact that I'm picking the Colts.
Oh wow.
I'm picking the Colts.
Skip. Way to be an adult.
I'm picking the Colts. It's the week after a bit of a dud. Nothing spells get right like Falcons, like FALCONS. I mean, and also, what's going to be really interesting in this game is to see if Sauce Gardner makes the trip, which I would assume he does. Because you don't really need to know the defensive scheme to say, hey, cover Drake London. Make sure he doesn't catch the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, show us that you're worth what we just gave up, basically. Go lock down one of the best receivers in the league. So that'll be an interesting matchup to see what happens there.
Next game is the Giants versus the Bears. I was tempted to pick the Giants to win this game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants win, but I think the Bears are going to pull it off. Their offense is really falling into getting into the zone a little bit. You just gotta. I think next year Caleb Williams might take a leap, but not yet. But it's not enough for them to lose.
This will be where I will be placing the first asterisk.
Oh,
yeah, I think the Bears. I think the Bears are due for a little slip up here.
Man, that's okay.
And I think that Giants pass rush could make things complicated.
Yeah, the defense is getting really good, man.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we got the Bills and the Dolphins. I don't think there's any confusion what's going to happen in this game.
No.
Sadly. Yeah. Bills are rolling. Dolphins are in turmoil. Yeah. We're playing in Miami. It's not even the right time of year. You can't take advantage of that.
Yeah.
The heat and the
which by design, since the league is really rooting for the Buffalo Bills,
which is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the Bills pull this out.
Okay. Whatever, man. Fuck you, man.
Sorry.
I'm just playing. Ravens are going to play the Vikings. I think the Ravens are going to continue their trend up, and they're going to beat the Vikings in this game as Lamar gets back 100%.
Yeah, it's a purple battle.
We don't have a purple battle sound.
I don't even know what that would be. Yeah, something by Prince, maybe.
Ew. Purple rain. We could do that one.
Next up, we have a bit of a shit bowl here. We got the Browns coming back off a bye to play the Jets, who have just completely
A shit
gutted
bowl brought to you
their
by
team.
XLEX.
I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one, primarily because
They still have a team.
they still have a functional. Well, they still have a team. I was about to say a functional team. They still have a team. They still have Myles Garrett. They still have the ability to run the ball quite well. I don't believe too much in this rookie quarterback, but they can still run the football. And the Jets just got rid of their best run defender. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Browns on this one.
Okay. You ready for that asterisk? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna put an asterisk on the shit bowl. What's gonna probably be a good game is the Patriots coming to play the Bucks, and the Bucks coming off a bye week. Baker getting a little bit healthier. I think Todd Bowles is gonna throw some shit at Drake May he hasn't seen, and the Bucks, the heart attack Bucks are gonna come through again with a close victory over the Patriots. I think just better roster.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I don't think the Patriots have beat a lot of good teams. Most of the teams they beat.
If it was the Dolphins with that record, everybody would be saying that. But it's the Patriots. Drake May's the best thing ever. Oh my God, he's Tom Brady. Oh, we got him again.
Have you heard that Tom Brady has cloned his dog? Have you heard the story?
I have not.
I just saw it yesterday.
What the fuck?
It's an announcement that's also kind of like an advertisement. He's invested in some.
Yeah.
He invested in this company that does like cloning, and he cloned his own dog, and everyone's like, "What?"
They said they took the dog's saliva out of Tom's mouth actually because he kisses his dog in the mouth as well, as well as his son's.
People who let their dogs lick their face—that's a major ick for me.
Yeah, that's your people, man. That's your people. We say that about y'all, right?
I would never do that.
I know. I'm just saying. Let me know when you see a black person kissing their dog in the mouth.
Y'all know better.
We talk shit about that. I got a white friend who her dog was like licking her face, and she looked over at me like she knew that I was going to tell the community. No, I said, yeah, go ahead, let him do it. You won't let that dog do that. I'm telling the community.
That's funny.
Then I had to go to church to tell everybody. I saw one.
Oh, God. Okay, next up we got an NFC South showdown between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. I kind of think the Carolina Panthers will keep this thing rolling.
Yeah.
Even though, these division games between teams that you don't really know what to make of them, I could see it going either way, but logic tells me that the Panthers actually might have something going here, and the Saints do not. So, yeah.
Okay. The Texans are slightly favored over the Jaguars are slightly favored over the Texans. And I think the Texans are going to win that game. Even without CJ Stroud. I think Texans defense is going to show up and they could put up their let's bet that under, baby.
Well, I got to asterisk that.
Oh, yeah, you love Jags. I forgot that's one of your little pet teams.
Well, also, I just think that these two teams are too evenly.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think the Texans defense could completely unravel Trevor Lawrence in this game. But I could also see it going the other way.
Yeah, agreed.
So
that's a really childish asterisk. If I must say so myself.
Also, and I'm going to point something out that you just forgot, but it's too late. You can't take it back.
CJ Stroud's not playing. I said
CJ Stroud's not playing.
I said that Davis Mills is going to win.
So you think Davis Mills is going to be okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you didn't forget.
I did not forget.
Okay.
It's an upset. It's an upset victory.
Oh, shit. We got a bird battle.
Oh, do we? Thank goodness. I've been waiting on one of these, man.
Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks. Bird battle. Obviously, there's no drama here. Seahawks are going to beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, yep. Their whole division's playing each other, man. Best division in football. They're all playing each other.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
That's weird because they also play each other in Week 17. Very strange.
Wow. Interessant.
Yeah. Which brings me to the next game. Rams are playing the 49ers. This is going to be fun. I'm going to say the Rams are going to win. They're just a better team right now. And 49ers still trying to get back healthy, and they basically only have McCaffrey. But as always, I think the amount of that song that we use in that little thing is the perfect amount because we get flagged if we go a little longer.
Yeah, it's fine. I think
that amount. I think we just when he says "Oh my God," and if I stop it right there, we haven't been flagged for that. So yeah, it's just saying.
It's perfect. That's my favorite
man.
part of the song, anyway.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Speaking of oh my God, that's what the Commanders are going to be saying as they get fucking curb stomped by the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, biggest spread of the week.
Yeah, this is going to.
Oh no, Raiders and Broncos.
This is a get right game for the Lions.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be just a little bet preview. That's going to be part of our can't miss parlay. And we're desperate right now. We are broke as shit in our betting. Worst betting season we've had so far. So
we're broke. Grandma won't talk to us no more.
Nope. Grandma is homeless out there sucking dick again.
That cousin who owed us money, we've already tapped that out. That's done.
Yeah, we've done, man. I'm out here, doing what I can, man. Doing shows for free. All right. Steelers, Chargers. Get your asterisks ready, man. I think the Steelers going to win this game.
Ooh. Wow. If I hit all of these asterisks, I'll catch up. I mean, I have to hit
I'm going out on a limb, man. I'm calling upsets. I think the Steelers are going to beat the Chargers. The Chargers are offensive lines in shambles. I think the Steelers are coming into it on defense. This was actually, I put some thought into this one.
This is exciting.
Yeah. I don't know how Chargers are 3-point favorites. That's crazy.
Okay, last but not least, we have a green battle. Eagles versus Packers.
You have some Snoop Dogg playing.
Playing in Green Bay. I'm Eagles are coming off a bye. I'm going with the Eagles in this one.
Okay. Yeah. The Packers are favored. This is crazy.
I think it's because they're playing at home.
Yeah.
And the media is just like all over Jordan Love for whatever reason. I mean, the Eagles just reloaded that defense coming off a bye.
I'm trying to look. I think maybe you just picked a good week. Like your games are just easier. I'm looking for an asterisk opportunity, and I don't see any. Is that what it is? You just had easier games? Yeah, you got all blowouts. You got all like blowouts. Besides this one, this is your toughest game, and I can't put an asterisk on that.
When I looked at it, the first thing I saw was if I go second, I get Colts Falcons, I get Bills Dolphins.
Yeah.
Browns, Jets. I was like, I don't really know. There were a couple of iffy ones, but for the most part, I felt like going second was the move this week.
It was the move. You're probably gonna run the table. Man, if I get mine right, we could win some money.
That's why they play the games. You never know how they're gonna turn out. Yeah,
man. That's what people have to realize, man.
You play to win the game.
So that's what it
That's
comes
the great
down
thing
to,
about football.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. That's our picks for the week. We can pick our sexiest matchup. I think I don't know. To me, it feels obvious. Rams versus 49ers, division rivalry, most competitive division in football right now. A loss in this game is huge because the Seahawks are surging and they just bolstered their roster even more, getting Shaheed. So these teams got to be one of these teams are going to be in a fight for the division, and the other one is probably going to be in a fight for wild card. So this is a really big game right there, in week 10 of the season. So that's my sexiest matchup: Rams versus 49ers. What you got?
I think I'm going to go. My sexiest matchup is Monday Night Football between the Packers and the Eagles. The Eagles are like that girl that just got some. She just got some plastic surgery work done. She got some things done. She's stepping out for the first time. She's got some new pieces. She took a week off from going to the club to let the surgery heal, and now she's out strutting her stuff. And meanwhile, the Packers, OG, always looking good, but are you for real? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's real here?
What's real? Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be my sexiest match. And Monday Night Football, Lambeau Field. Come on.
Yeah.
I fucked the shit out of that.
My Ken Patera upset of the week, and I mentioned it because obviously I got to pick the games that were closer. And you had games that couldn't be upsets. Is Steelers over the Chargers, man. You seem surprised by my picks. I'm surprised that the Chargers are. I think Justin Herbert is going to be running for his life, and it has been the case too the last few games where he's leading the team in rushing too. So it's not going to work against the Steelers. I think Hightower is coming on. J.J. Watt. I think watch out, man. I think at the end of the game, Chargers fans are going to be saying,
I am so upset.
My upset's going to be Giants over Bears. I think that that Giants D-line is going to put Caleb Williams in a blender. I think they have they've got both of their running backs, both DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai, who played really well last week in the absence of DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Both of them are a little banged up. Both of them are questionable going into the week. It's just going to take one hit to unravel that run game. And, Caleb really only seems to be capable of like focusing on one wide receiver per game. He's got all this talent.
He doesn't read the field?
He's got all this talent. You watched the game last week. It was almost like the only receiver they had was Zacchaeus. Like he just got like fucking 12 targets in a row. It's like
maybe that's what Ben Johnson's telling him. Hey man, throw the ball to Zacchaeus. I'm gonna call a play where Zacchaeus is open. They're taking away the Adunze. All right, my John Starks bold prediction is that Aiden Hutchinson's about to go off against the Jaden Daniels-less Commanders. I predict 4 sacks in a blowout victory of whoever. I don't even know who they're. Oh no, it's Marcus Mariota. Yeah, he's gonna be. Marcus Mariota is gonna be.
Marcus Mariota?
Yeah. Now I gotta go find it. Oh man.
Marcus Mariota
He's about to be sacked, and he's gonna be asking,
Man, did this dude just did this?
when Aiden Hutchinson does his thing. What you got?
Bold prediction. I think.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to say that.
Okay. Oh, damn.
I'm not going to say that. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just say it. I know I picked the Colts
Okay.
to beat the Falcons.
Uh-oh. I knew it was going to be a homer thing.
However.
Before you.
I am the smart. Mr. Marty.
Go for it.
Even though I'm not picking this in our pick'em, I think that last week the Steelers figured out the Colts.
Ah.
And the rest of the league is going,
Okay.
ooh. Okay. Thank you, Mike Tomlin. I'll take that. And what we are witnessing, despite the fact that they just gave away all this draft capital to pick up Sauce Gardner, what we are witnessing is the beginning of the end.
Maybe that's why they got Gardner. They're like, oh shit, we've been exposed.
I'm just going to, if I have to make a bold prediction, I'm just going to say that.
Oof. Okay, that they've been figured out.
But I still think the Falcons will lose, even though the Falcons are the perfect team to get the answers to the test and still fail. You know what I mean? It's like, here's the cheat sheet, and you still fail.
All right, my unknown is Browns versus Jets. What the fuck? Both teams just committed to rebuild mode. Are the players going to be motivated enough to put good football on the field, or are they going to be committed to putting good tape on the field? I don't know, man. That's going to be...
There are also unknowns. The ones we don't know.
For me, I think it's Saints, Panthers. The Panthers have a winning record, all due respect to them. But at the same time, they are a little difficult to buy as a 5 and 4? And these division games, you never know.
Yeah.
Saints always play with a lot of pride, despite the fact that they don't have the pieces necessary to be a winning football team. I mean, this could turn into a rock fight.
Yeah. I like it, man. All right. Looks like we did it again, bro.
Yeah, we did.
We did it again. I'm about to go back on tour. I'm going to Huevde today in an hour. Heading to Huevde. Back on tour, doing my thing. Huevde today, Halmstad tomorrow, Lund on Saturday. So any of y'all interested in seeing your boy do what he really does?
International man of mystery.
International man of mystery. All around Sweden. I'm a national man of mystery. Thanks for checking us out. That's our prediction. We'll be back with our reactions to this week's games. I'm Jonathan Rollins.
Skip me, Sarah.
We'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Lady y'all.